Have you ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels when it comes to investing? Like no matter how hard you try, you never seem to get ahead. Well, Goldie felt the same way until she discovered dividend growth stocks. See, Goldie thought she needed to be some investing genius to grow her portfolio. She tried picking hot stocks and trading options, but always ended up losing money. The stress was endless. Then one day, she stumbled upon the idea of buying quality companies that steadily increase their dividend payouts over time. These dividend growers can help compound your income year after year. To give you a sneak peek, she only bought companies with a proven history of raising dividends annually for 10 plus years. And then she reinvested those dividends to compound her income. The result? Goldie's portfolio exploded. With way less stress, the power of compounding dividends did all the work for her. Now, she wants to share the secret with you. In this video, you'll discover Goldie's top dividend growth stocks for the rest of this year. These are the ones she wishes she bought years ago. Buckle up and get ready for the ride of your life. Goldie cracked the code to an early retirement, and she's about to spill her secrets. You don't want to miss this. It could be your ticket to telling your boss, "See ya," sooner than you ever imagined. So smash that subscribe button now and ring that notification bell to hop on board Goldie's bullet train to financial freedom. She'll be your mentor to help you stop buying anything else and only focus on the best dividend growth stocks. With her proven strategies, you'll speed past obstacles and watch your net worth soar. Goldie always thought she needed to be some hotshot stock picker to grow your money in the market. I mean, that's what all the TV investing gurus make it seem like, right? You have to find the next Tesla or Bitcoin and cash in big. Well, Goldie quickly learned that method doesn't work so hot for regular folks like her. All those flashy trades ended up losing her more money than anything. The stress was endless. So she eventually stumbled onto a simpler, more relaxed way to invest: dividend growth stocks. Now, these aren't your average dividend payers. Nope, dividend growth stocks are companies that have consistently increased their payouts year after year for decades. We're talking household names like Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, and Procter & Gamble. They may not be the most exciting stocks, but they put cash in your account like clockwork. Goldie started small, putting a few $100 into a couple of dividend growers each month, and she focused on two key things. First, only buying stocks with a long track record of raising their dividends annually. She looked for 10, 20, even 50 straight years of increasing payouts. That shows a commitment to rewarding shareholders. And second, Goldie reinvested those dividends to compound their income. By using those payouts to buy more shares, it snowballs your money faster. Those additional shares then generate even more dividends down the road. It's like a dividend snowball rolling down a mountain, gathering speed and size as it goes. And the best part is, Goldie didn't have to stress over picking the hottest stocks or timing trades perfectly. The power of compounding did the work for her. She screened over 3,000 ETFs down to a top 20 based on criteria like track record, liquidity, and expenses. Then she did further analysis to pick the top 3. Like most new investors, Goldie thought you needed to be some genius stock picker to grow your money in the market. I mean, that's what all the investing gurus on TV and social media make it seem like. They're always talking about finding the next hot stock before everyone else does, or perfectly timing trades to cash in on short-term pops and dips. So Goldie tried to play that game. She researched the latest IPOs. She listened to Reddit threads hyping up meme stocks. She even tried her hand at options trading. But it always ended the same, with Goldie losing money. No matter how many hours she spent researching companies or technical charts, it never worked out. Her portfolio just kept shrinking as those hot stocks would crash or her option trades would expire worthless. The endless research and monitoring the market every hour became exhausting. That pit in her stomach grew when she opened her brokerage account to see more red than green. Goldie didn't have a fancy trading algorithm or inside scoops from Wall Street. She was just a regular gal trying to grow her hard-earned money. Turns out she didn't need to be some investing prodigy or perfectly predict hot stocks. Because despite what the hype around trading would have you believe, reasonable returns are more than possible for everyday folks. Goldie just needed a simple, time-tested strategy that didn't require constantly chasing gains or timing volatile stocks. An approach optimized for regular long-term investors, not flashy traders. That's when she stumbled onto dividend growth investing. This style fit perfectly with Goldie's goals. A sensible way to grow her money without all the stress of picking perfect stocks. Once Goldie discovered dividend growth investing, she started small. She began buying shares of just a few companies each month, typically spending around $100 or so to get started. Now, she didn't just buy any old dividend stocks. No, Goldie focused on companies with an established track record of raising their payouts year after year. These are called dividend growth stocks. For example, some of her first purchases were shares of Johnson & Johnson, the pharmaceutical and consumer goods giant that has increased its dividend for over 60 consecutive years. Coca-Cola, the ubiquitous beverage maker that's raised its dividend for 60 straight years as well. Procter & Gamble, the consumer products powerhouse behind brands like Tide, Gillette, and Pampers. It has paid dividends for a stunning 130 years, with 65 years of consecutive annual increases. These aren't the most buzzworthy names when it comes to investing. You won't generally hear people on Reddit clamoring to buy Coca-Cola stock, but that's precisely why Goldie liked them. They were affordable per share and offered stable, recurring income that grew over time. No need to stress over trying to catch them on some skyrocketing ride up, or panic if they pull back temporarily. And companies like these have payments so consistent you can nearly set your watch to them. They provide the patience and long-term focus most investors lack. While other folks were chasing the latest hot stock, Goldie was steadily building up shares in these tried and true dividend growers. They may not be glamorous, but compounding those dividends over decades has proven to be a winning strategy. Once Goldie started buying these dividend growth stocks, she focused on two key things to really maximize her returns. First, she only bought companies with a long track record of raising their dividends year after year. Goldie looked for companies that had increased their payouts annually for 10, 20, or even 50 straight years. This showed they were committed to rewarding shareholders with consistent passive income. Second, and most importantly, Goldie reinvested those dividend payments to compound her income. Rather than taking the cash payouts, she used them to buy more shares. Those additional shares would then generate even more dividends down the road. It was like a snowball effect. The more shares she accumulated from reinvesting, the more dividends she earned. And as those dividends grew, she could buy even more shares. Over time, this compounding effect really sped up the growth of her portfolio. The key was consistency and patience. By reinvesting dividends from those stable dividend growth stocks, Goldie harnessed the power of compound interest. She was able to grow her wealth without stressing over trading in and out of hot stocks. So what happened as Goldie kept steadily investing in those dividend growers over time? Well, her portfolio absolutely exploded. After just a few years of consistent investing and compounding, she was stunned when she looked back at her account balance. It started with just a little money each month, and it really started to snowball. The combination of those ever-increasing dividend payouts and the power of reinvesting them worked its magic. This was way more effective than Goldie trying to micromanage her portfolio and trade the hot stocks of the moment. With dividend growth investing, Goldie didn't have to stress over picking perfect entry or exit points. She didn't have to get sucked into the hype around speculative assets. And she didn't have to obsess over the ups and downs of the broader market. Nope, she just kept calmly building up shares of companies committed to year after year of dividend increases. She let the power of compounding do the heavy lifting for her portfolio. No shortcuts or get-rich schemes needed. Goldie's money grew exponentially over time without any complicated tactics. Just consistent investments in quality dividend growers. She was so relieved to find an investing strategy perfect for regular folks like herself. Goldie no longer worried endlessly about her account balance or picking the next hot stock. In fact, she was having fun watching those dividend payouts roll in and reinvesting them. She felt proud, knowing she had finally cracked the code on sensible long-term investing. And the snowball effect has only continued, with Goldie's portfolio balance now reaching exciting new highs each year. Proof that ordinary investors can grow significant wealth through the simple power of dividend growth compounding. Now that Goldie has found so much success with dividend growth investing, she wants to share the secret with you. After all, she spent years feeling frustrated and overwhelmed with her portfolio. If she had discovered the power of dividend compounding sooner, she could have avoided so many investing mistakes. So in this video, Goldie will reveal her personal list of top dividend growth stocks for 2023. These are companies she wishes she had started buying and compounding years ago. Just imagine where your portfolio could be in 5, 10, or 20 years by investing in the same stocks as Goldie. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Simply start building positions in the proven dividend growers she recommends. Now, she won't keep you in suspense. Here's a sneak preview of the first of a few dividend all-stars that made Goldie's list. Abbott Laboratories. This healthcare giant has increased its dividend for 50 consecutive years. Lowe's, the essential home improvement retailer, has raised its payout every year for over 25 years. Texas Instruments, the key semiconductor name, has an impressive track record of dividend growth. Goldie has plenty more excellent dividend growth stocks in store for you. Companies with strong brands, dominant market positions, and some of the longest records of annual dividend increases out there. These are all stocks Goldie wishes she had loaded up on from the beginning. Just think how much farther along her portfolio could be. But it's never too late to start compounding these dividends. Goldie will walk you through exactly how to start building your own dividend machine in simple, easy-to-follow terms. Let's get started. You're about to discover Goldie's secrets to a stress-free retirement funded by dividend growth. And there you have it, Goldie's top dividend growth stocks for starting your own dividend snowball. Remember, you don't need to be an investing genius. Just focus on buying quality companies with a proven commitment to increasing their payouts. Then reinvest those dividends to compound your income. Goldie's just getting started on her journey to financial freedom, and she wants you to join her. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to make sure you don't miss out. You'll get front row seats as Goldie's dividend snowball continues rolling downhill, growing in size and momentum. If you want to see more specifics on how Goldie built her dividend machine, make sure to check out the next video. It's all about the power of the dividend snowball and how it can supercharge your portfolio.